Welcome to our Friday night discussion. Good to see you, Sosheina. You look so fresh and pretty. I want one for you. Sosheina, you unmute. You're looking fresh and pretty this evening. Welcome to our Friday night discussion. This evening, my guest and co-host actually will be Miss Sosheina Whyte. I am not sure what is happening with her, but she should be in studio shortly. And she's back in studio with me. You're muted. Unmute your mic.
I'm not hearing you.
Yes, you're not hearing me?
You're very low. Let me try using a ease. All right, go again.
You hearing me now?
Mm-hmm.
Are you
Yes,
in the
I am.
clear?
Yes.
Okay. I was just saying to our viewers, welcome. These are the things that happen in the technology world, all the glitches and all of that. That's why we forgot thank Papa Andrew, we're free. We're free.
Trust me. I see them put out a clip, the Serafina clip. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Them put it out yesterday. But I
Yes.
know if nobody put it out today, 'cause it looks like they're gone about their business. Everybody
Yes.
just living.
Everybody free. We see one man that dance one video. We free, we free, we free, we free, we free. So we free. So while we free, one day we will go in a studio live and go and run some of them show here. That's so.
Not
And I'm
true.
going to do the same sort of thing. Set. But we want to thank our viewers for joining us tonight live. And we do have Errol. Errol is doing the backstage work. We don't see Errol this past couple of weeks now, but he might go and make little dough, right? All of them things you have to go on. Little money you have to make. But him still with the team and him a run the thing, him a run studio and him a do all that kind of thing. Big up yourself, Errol,
Big up
behind the
yourself,
scene
Heraldo.
every time, can't do this thing without him. But this
True.
evening we want to talk about life after college.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of persons are going to college, paying a lot of school fee, and many persons are wondering, is it necessary to go to college? Do we need college education in this day and age? Can we make money without college education? What's the purpose of having a college education? We have been hearing that a lot in this era among some of our young persons, and even young adolescents now who, as they leave high school, all they want to do is earn a dough. They want to get them money to them and them want to spend them own money. Them want to move out of them parents' house because they don't want to follow rule government behaviors and all of those things, because them piece of them big now, so them want to do them own things. So we want to talk to them about life after college. Is a college education necessary? Sometimes me ask myself the question that too. I may have too much college education, and sometimes I wonder, but yes, I believe it is necessary, and we'll get to that point. And I will say to you why I believe it is necessary for those who desire to have such, because we will realize that not everybody is academically inclined, and so all those things we'll be discussing. So Sosheina will, with a wealth of knowledge, will dive into it, and we will talk about it together. Because it is a very important topic for those who want to attend college and those who are already in college who want to know, what is the way forward for them. So, Sosheina, my first question to you this evening is, what is involved in a college education? What is involved in a college education?
All right. So whenever we talk about college education, it is always tertiary level. It is that step that you take after you have completed high school. Now, of course, you have different types of college education. You have like the community college, which I lecture at, Excelsior Community College. You have university level where you go. You have UE, University of the West Indies, the University of Technology. You have like Teachers College, Gardwood, St. Joseph, Michael, or as they would say, the Michael. Um, you have different types of college. But when we talk about college education, we talk about um any education that exists within or takes place within a tertiary level institution where you can either get an associate degree, you can get a bachelor's degree, You can get even a particular kind of certification because now they have even the K-13 program that encourages individuals to come and even do some safety or some safe subjects within that college life experience so that you're now able to stand on a better footing before you matriculate into like the associate degree and so. The college life in terms of academics expands to any one of those areas.
Yes, I want to agree with that because both of us lecture college students, so we have an idea of what college life
Mm,
does.
yeah.
And sometimes, though, I wonder if some of these people are prepared for college, are ready for college, understand what college life entails,
Mm-hmm.
and all of that. But we'll get to that. But my question to you, my other question to you is, do you think everyone need a college education?
All right. So here is the thing. To answer that question, really, truthfully, the answer is no. Everybody don't need a college education. Pursuing a level, a tertiary level of education, really and truly is dependent on what you want to do with your life and where you see yourself going. Yeah. Now, you have some persons with like a high school education where they're able to ascertain certain like skills and so on, or they have parents who are involved in like businesses and so on. And it's not really necessary for them to be in college per se. However, what I will say is that a college education is a plus in this day and age and in this world, and you have to learn about what the college education offers you, and as well as what can you do with your college education after you're done, right? So if you can't really answer the statement blanket, to be fair, but it really is something that you have to take into consideration as an individual. It's a pretty much an individualized plan. If you set your parents them well rich, them have multiple businesses. Like you don't need to work a day in your life. You all have trust fund. You don't need to go to college. You don't need to. You can go to if you want to. But for persons who are using education as pretty much the key to success or as the ladder to step into a certain field and to better yourself and to kind of establish and then to begin creating generational wealth, then yes, you need a college education.
So basically, you're saying that a college education is dependent on your career path,
Yes, man.
your goals and your dreams, and where you see yourself going. But I
Mm-hmm.
want to ask you this: is a college education different from higher education?
A college education is higher education, but you have a higher education that you can get without a college degree. Like you have persons who they go and they do certifications in certain areas, certain skills that they have to kind of say to formalize it to say, okay, I'm qualified in this particular area. I'm able to do that. That's higher level education. College education is a part of that, but it's not just equal to a higher level education full stop. And we have to begin to look at the whole matter of education as is and start to flesh out when we say education exactly what we mean. Because a lot of learning takes place outside of a formalized institution. And we can't get that twisted. There are a lot of persons who are naturally gifted, they're still in their areas, then go be somebody printer, they move them way up the ladder, start off here so them learn, them go do a little certification here so them spruce up themselves, qualify themselves and themselves. That is step up. That is also higher education. It's not necessarily sitting. When you talk about college level, you're talking about sitting in a formalized institution. You go through the semesters or the terms, you matriculate, you move on, you get a piece of paper in your hand at the end of the day that says, okay, this is an associate degree, this is a bachelor's degree, this is a master's degree, so on and so forth. Yeah. So you really have to define, when you're talking about higher education for individuals, like what you really want to do. You understand where do you want to go? Because you have some persons who they're sitting in colleges and they're doing just the formalized things that are offered, the traditional things that are offered, and they're unhappy because and I really feel them think that. You understand you can be successful without a college education, but don't get it twisted. You have to know yourself and know the path that you are on and walk that path in an authentic sense. So look at what success really is because you have some people who got college, them sit down for 4 years and them leave the same way in which they came. No transformation, no
Learning was a
nothing,
transformation,
no,
yes.
nothing not take place and so on and all that. So it's just a bag of things that we have to answer.
And I'm glad I wanted you to make that distinction because I want for the viewers and who may not be in college not to feel left out, who, but who may be doing a certificate, like heart and other little certificates, to improve on their skills. Because you talk about skill-based persons, and there are some persons
Mm-hmm.
for true, as you have spoken about that, who are just naturally gifted. Them just can just go in a somebody ear and get some bread and just braid it right away, and some of them cannot sit and just watch a YouTube video, and by the next day you see them braiding and doing all these things, and they have not really gone into a setting to formalize that, and then we want them to know their skill set programs. There are programs that they can go into, that they can be certified in their
Mm-hmm.
area of career path. You know, and I also wanted to say, as I talk about the college setting, that the whole college setting comes with some sense of self-actualization as well for some
Yeah.
persons. But I'm glad you mentioned that for some persons with them family may just have it and them have a whole for wealth and them don't want to go to college because look here, they can't just go to my father business go work, and the business are gonna pass down to me, and the store are gonna pass down to me, and that,
Mm-hmm.
well, maybe you just don't need to spend, money. And then you talk about, which is I just finished a paper on that, is learning transformational or emancipatory, because I
Mm-hmm.
believe that in this day and age, learning should be emancipatory. We should have in the college setting and in any setting that we are, any higher education setting that we are facilitating learners, we should ensure that our teaching strategies and our curriculum is fostering emancipatory learning and
Absolutely.
transformative learning. Because you said
Absolutely.
it, and that has always been my concern, Sashina, that you may meet somebody in college, you teach them in this course, and when you
Mm-hmm.
meet them in the follow-up course, it's like you never taught them. You're wondering, did
Mm-hmm.
learning take place?
Take
Learning
place.
is
Mm-hmm.
transformational for them. And so you're wondering if learning really
Let's
actually
take and
took
place.
place. And so you want person to understand that when you're in, if you take on the college life setting, you must ensure that throughout the process you are transformed,
Mm-hmm. Because the
right?
thing with college education, and this is the second part of it that I want persons to understand. When you go to college, so we're treating with both groups in a respectful manner. Going to
Right.
college, not going to college.
College.
Let us zoom in on the person who goes to college for a little bit. When I go to college, and not just academics, I go to college for. Our motto at Exeter Community College is transforming lives, nurturing global citizens, which means that every single student will come to Exeter door and say, I'll get animal. By the time you leave, either with an associate degree, a certificate, or a bachelor's degree, you are supposed to be transformed in your attitude and your behavior, how you speak to people, how it is that you respond to questions, how it is that you carry yourself, your very belief that you have in yourself. You're supposed to leave with a network. When I meet the first years in a course that we call PACE, I always, when the first class, I say to them, say, look, it's when you come to college, college is where people begin to network. So no matter come to college and because you're in the tourism industry, you only par with the tourism people then and the people them were in your class. You're at a college where have all your faculties. You have the IT for them over there, you have the people management information system, you have the business people, you have all sorts of, you have liberal arts, you have the lawyers and all of those people. They are upcoming individuals. And a lot of times when you see some big shot are called to another big shot in a society, and you will say, how come so and so know so and so? They know them from college days. Because when you go to college, it's where you start to network. Even at JPA, sometimes some persons say, so how you know like an Eralda, for example, or how you know a Richard, or how you know a so and so. You know them from college years, and you recognize that they are all you're on the road to greatness. You're also on the road to greatness. And your network so that 25 years later when you leave and you say, oh, I know the pastor of that particular church. Ah, it's not like this. Or I know somebody who is a JP, or I know somebody who um is working at Sandals or in some supervisor position at Scotiabank and so you start the network from there. So when you come to college, it's not just about academics. to say, oh, well, I don't need the education. You're going to network. You're going to learn certain skills. You're not going to figure out how to fit in industry, how to become a better person, how to pretty much be the best that you can be on the particular career path that you have decided on. Colleges are bigger things. We also do things like social outreach and so we kind of appeal to your softer side. We're talking about if you're going to be a business corporate social responsibility or you're pretty much um help other persons along the way. It gives you and brings you into that awareness where you understand that you are a part of a system that is called society and can function anywhere you go with certain skills. So when you come to college, that is an advantage that is pretty much afforded to you that you would learn at the tertiary level. You would be exposed to. We hope that you grab onto and use that to transform yourself into your best self.
And you're giving a mouthful that I'm totally in agreement with that. Only thing I would add to that is that even when you come to college, too, college help you to become an advocate for change.
Mm-hmm,
So that's what I think it means. So when you come to college and you learn, when you go back out the road and you hear somebody say something and some persons are being disenfranchised or you see some group of people that they are being marginalized, you can say no, 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 that is not right because this is what should be happening for these people, and all of that. So it also allows you to be able to become agents of change. So through
mm-hmm,
your own networking, and that is why everybody's networking. You see a lot of persons know, say I know this person because what you said, right? We went to college together, and we are
mm-hmm,
networking. And so we
mm-hmm.
should even also facilitate networking among colleges with other colleges. So colleges, meeting up with other
Absolutely.
colleges, having debates, having different
Mm-hmm,
field events
mm-hmm,
together. I know at some point JTS used to have, field events with UTC and other colleges, where you have cricket match and all of those things.
mm-hmm.
They could come over on campus and our students go to them because we want to ensure that the students have a rich life, a holistic college life then,
Cool.
where they have that experience. So that is true. You have given a mouthful, and that is true, and I'm in total agreement. So one question I want to ask, so how do we prepare for college for those who want to go to college? How do we prepare for college? And then you can take it further for those who do not want to go to college but want to have some higher education, certification. How do we prepare for that as individuals?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so preparing for college is going to start not just with you, but with the persons who are around you, including your parents. Remember, say you're in life, and life is a lifelong journey. The paradox of it. But we are all exposed to different skills and talents and giftings and yearnings that we have as we begin to understand or try to understand the purpose that we have here, right? So, one of the things that we look out then is whenever it is that a school of career day, it is always the lawyer and the doctor and those persons that pretty much come in and talk. And I've always spoken out against it and tried to change it where I can. Where I say, warm to the other people then. So over a period of time, like everybody starts to take the rate in their own way, they start to appreciate other career paths, other professions. So you will see like the garbage collector come in, the police officer, soldier. You will have like the pilot, you have the nail tech, makeup artist, all of those different persons coming into career there. And I really appreciate that. The nurse, different categories of nurse and so on, right?
Big up to you,
So
advocate for that, and I like that.
yeah, man,
Yeah.
it's really important because
It's
um,
going to be a lawyer, doctor.
not
That
everybody's
is
going
what
to be a
people in the
lawyer.
past.
And then
In the
now
past,
you
we have
have
emphasized those careers and not looking
careers.
at
And the truth of the matter is, not for way, not have them the interest there and them the skill there. Straight off the
and
bat.
them the
You
money they
understand?
neither
And them the money
28
they have.
million.
Right? So the truth of the matter is there are so many other career paths that are out there that appeal to different aspects of ourselves. Your people love to color, maybe they want to be a graphic artist, maybe they want to be a visual artist, maybe they want to be the people them can Fiverr where you need something to build a book cover, whatever it is, they're able to do it. Um, you also have like animators kids who like are interested in cartoon and how it is that they move and how to explain things and all of them something they have animators. There are so many other career fields that exist that we don't explore non-stop that we need to begin to. Sometimes you watch a movie and you watch the credits go up. You have to ask what does an executive producer do, what a grip assistant do. You understand? Some persons might be interested in makeup. Makeup is not just the dolly up of face, but within the movie industry, you have the people them who make Lord of the Rings, people them with the ears pumped up and all of that. Them make the monster look like a monster. All of those things contribute. So that's like even makeup artists to another level, especially effects makeup artistry and stuff. So once we begin to, so I'm answering the question twofold. Once we begin to open up the field to say, hey, there are a lot of things that you can actually do outside of the regular teacher, lawyer, this kind of a thing, right? Um, Engineer, architect, that's only for things that you can do. Once we begin to open up that, we are now supposed to encourage our children to explore their side of what it is that they're interested in and facilitate that. So by the time they reach high school, them have a little more understanding of what field them really want to go into. Now the truth is sometimes they might not have it out fully, but there's always some kind of inclination as to where you're going to switch. So you might think in your mind, say, all right, we really want to be a graphic art. But then as you start along the graphic artist path, you realize that, oh, some could I really be an animator for school because I want the graphics to move as you become exposed. Because so your purpose is exposed step by step. Once a parent or anybody around a child starts to see them manifesting certain interest, foster that interest. So by the time they reach high school, they have a clear understanding of where they want to go or what area they would like to explore. Because your purpose and your career path are not necessarily one thing, and you and I are living testaments of that. Where you want to be when you where you want to be when you grow up, and you
Yes,
think that liar, these 100 things. Geraldo even said on the program a couple weeks ago, him study up this and he must study up that and he wants to study and you feel like, oh, it's either you're too this or you're too that or you're confused. No, we are multidimensional and we are multifaceted. So the truth is, we can be 100 things,
yes,
100 things. You understand and get different streams of income. So in preparation for college life, you have to genuinely foster a child to be open and accepting of the interest that they are displaying. So when them reach up here, so them know say them are the one where pick it up, where have them interest from a long time, it's a faster, faster. If you're gonna be athlete or whatever, it's a faster, faster come up. As opposed to when you reach this farm. All right, now you left this farm, where you go to? They never been a tell me and a encourage me in anything at all this time. So you know, come and ask me what me going to do. What me going to do? Yes, you understand? So that is so I like to say before you step into college, it happens um with the preparation for it starts long before with the support system around you. Too many times I've seen students come. I had a client, a student come to me, me to talk about certain things and whatever. Me, boy, no, sir. I said, before I start talking, I said, which faculty you belong to? I said, this boy I belong to the faculty of liberal arts, I do him want for the law. I said, but that's your passionate about? Me I feel him out. And I said, if I really my second choice feeling I'm part, I want to do performing arts, boy can stand. You understand? Him want to do performing. I don't see you're teaching a liberal arts. You understand him say sometimes and get discouraged by school and blah 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 and what so yes, try and live out your passion. You understand if you want to go ahead and be a lawyer, you can do that, but don't neglect the part of the performing arts because that is a part of it. So any little thing where you see them at you encourage it so that when they reach high school and are about to step into college life, then they would have a clear understanding of what they're going there to do and them not end up a college like my little student now who just had to because it's the traditional path or whatever. You feel comfortable in what it is that you like to ensue or pursue, right? And once you get there, you investigate which college offers this particular program that I'm interested in. And you make sure say, yeah, but you have to investigate before the end of your fifth farm year. so that you have an idea of what are the requirements that you need to meet in order to step into this particular program. You follow? When you begin to do that
Yes.
now, then you're stepping into your path. So you don't feel confused or you don't feel like you're drained or you don't feel like you don't belong, that kind of thing. So the college prep starts from them time.
And I also think that the college prep even start earlier now, but you see, we don't pay attention to that because children's skills develop from very early. You can understand the
Yes,
child based on what they like to do
of
from their
course.
young, even early childhood. So as I say, the
Mm,
child may like to draw, very artistic.
yeah,
My
man.
niece Rain is very artistic. She loves to draw. So she have tons of paper drawing, drawing, drawing. At some point she would say, Auntie, I want to be a doctor. Then a couple of days ago, me and her had a little talk. She's just 7, and then she said, I wonder if I could be a lawyer, but I still love to draw. So she
Mm-hmm.
still love to draw. So
Mm,
in my opinion now, in even shaping her, you're not one give up that part of you that loves the art, that loves to draw and draw so well, even if you want to become a doctor or a
mm-hmm.
lawyer, because you can be more than one thing, as you
Of
say.
course.
But
Of course.
as a parent, have to also nurture your child. So even
Mm-hmm.
some of us who have children, when I was going to the parenting part, that's another topic we look
Just
at. But even some of us have children where you have a baby and the baby very tactile, love to touch. And you
so,
clap them on them and they're too fast, man,
yeah,
and
man, I will
whatever.
stifle them
I
sometimes.
beat
We
them on
try
them
to do
and
them too. Of
leave
course.
them, let them explore because you know that the child is now a tactile baby. You're going to touch
Mm-hmm.
things. You're going to just make sure you watch the baby and move things up in the
Right.
baby way because you're trying to see how the baby is developing his or her skill because you don't
Mm-hmm.
know, you're trying to, So
Of
even
course.
from there, then said you're nurturing a career path from very early, but a lot of persons, a lot of parents are not mindful of it. And I'm not sure if we do justice in the high school when we talk about career counseling and career development. Because
Mm-hmm.
as you said earlier, we are seeing a paradigm shift, yes, because but in the earlier years, even my time in high school, the careers that were promoted were doctors and lawyers and teachers and
Mm-hmm.
nurses. In
Mm-hmm.
all fairness, nobody was promoting anybody who wanted to do cosmetology at that time. You
Mm-hmm.
say hairdressing,
But look
barbering,
at me
and
now.
designing and
Hmm?
making clothes and all those things. But look what happening now.
Look,
The
the
person that
makeup
doing
artists
the
make more
makeup,
money than me.
yeah, yo,
Me, me.
me,
The makeup artists make more money than me because if me going to do something and I call the makeup artist, come, me have to sell out some heavy money. And of
yeah,
course, because it's a particular skill. But when I was going to school, it's always, oh, those are the technical something and so on.
yes,
Look here, you know how much money this city makeup artist would lay on me? You know how much money Terry Carvel makeup artist up next? Kim Kardashian, anybody we have to about because you have to use permanent makeup artist for them in a you have to understand face and them not switch up makeup artist. How much it takes to be and retain. I mean, nobody make the barely powder my face every now and again, but when I all the makeup artists, I have to have my money. You understand? And she makes, if you're gonna do a wedding, if you are going to be a makeup artist and you're going to do a wedding, you have to put down, you as a makeup artist will get up to $80,000,
yes,
depending on how much person at your bridal party, your face have to do because a wedding be, blah, blah, blah. The makeup artist them make money. And we as persons, as adults, tend to stifle the youth and future when our children want to do something and we are not pleased with what it is that they are choosing to do. We're going to put on that we think them are idlers and all them kind of things. The second thing that we also do that affects them even in picking where they want to go and living their true self towards the college life is you will have a child and the child decides to the color and you buy coloring sets and whatever put on coloring. Tomorrow them want color. I want play-doh, I want play-doh. You buy the play-doh, but you quarrel. Make up your mind. Because I just buy the paint set for you, the crayon set for you, and you just that to answer. No, that's the exploratory stage where they might try to figure out this piques my interest. Let me see if I like it. Oh, I like it. Today, no, I don't really like it. Tomorrow, okay, move on. You have to allow individuals to do what they want to do, to explore what it is that they are. Arousal! Hi!
Hi, it's good to see you. Good to see you.
Oh,
Gigi.
oh my God, I'm excited. I'm really excited that you are here because you are the classic example as somebody were just so only bad things. Jump in, Eraldo.
Well, I've been listening. And for me, boy, Gigi, me not hear you mute.
You're
Garwood,
mute,
you mute.
Jerry.
You mute.
Yes, Eraldo, I must say that Eraldo, somebody may think that I'm confused. I'm going to
Yeah,
study
but
theology in undergrad, then in Ghana, foreign going study theology again, then he must do
and
counseling, then
then
he
him,
must do
what they
this.
intended
Then
want to do law.
yes,
Hmm?
and then he said SSP say he want to know, he want come in the
Remember.
post in last. But as as Sosheina was saying, you can do everything. And I talk about myself. Many people don't know I am a trained social worker. I'm trained at the University of the West Indies. So I can do social work and I love
Mhm.
social work because I love working with people. And so I utilize that skill, especially in my church, to work in communities and do a lot of community development programs, right? And then I'm a theologian because I study theology and I'm a preacher of the gospel. And then me is a clinical psychologist, behavior specialist, because me
Only for
intrigued with people behavior. Me love to work with children with special needs. So then me gone in at that. And now me I do adult education because me love the academia thing and me like, me like consulting and all those things and to consult in the education arena, policies and those things. Me see myself a goddess too. So tell you what, you can do everything because what you
Mhm.
find is that we soon get there that this one career thing now gonna make it. And
Yeah.
if you think you will create wealth after having one little
Multiple
career,
streams of
one little
income.
thing,
Mm.
multiple stream of income. I think that somebody was saying, let's say in order for somebody to really be considered somebody who is making money, you have to do 7 different things one time. 7 different kind of streams of income you have to have to set yourself
Yeah.
the boy you can live like a comfortable. You understand without kind of feel stress. So you
Mm-hmm.
know what me if I try to build myself now at my old age. So me want to make the young people them know say look
Yeah,
here, this
exactly.
one thing, it alone not gonna work for you. You have
Mm-hmm.
to ensure, say, but you see, it comes again with knowing what you want, knowing your
Yeah.
goals and dream, and it's not
Yeah.
confused because you
No.
know where you use your skills. So look here, me always believe my former academic dean, David Pierce, always was a GG. I always admire because you love study, you love learn, you love school. Me say I no love school. I love to have knowledge because one thing I tell myself, I don't want nobody to take me like no fool.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Nobody must take this girl for a kunomuno. So I want to have knowledge because I
Mm-hmm.
know that they said knowledge is power. And if you put
Oh
me
yeah.
this up, you stand up and talk, I can give you a good speech. If you tell me to talk on social work, I give it to you. If you tell me if you go up there, go preach the gospel and speak theology, me give it to you.
Come on.
And if you tell me if you go assess somebody from a psychological perspective and do counseling, me can give it to you. And if you put me in adult education, me can teach my student there. I mean, know if you do my work. You get what I mean? So I am
Yeah.
just saying you have to know what you're doing and also ensure that
Mhm.
you're all rounded in this time.
Of
This
course.
one
Yeah.
career thing not going to work for our
Mm-hmm.
students.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm
And
trying to
that's
Um.
look
why
at
it's
it.
important when you go to college. If you decide to go to college, nothing is wasted. Yeah. So even if you have other things that you don't need to go to college for that you can do, and you decide that you're going to go to college, you can. When you go there, you get all of the knowledge where you can get, and you now integrate that in your life to become a better person, but also to to earn. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You can't sit down, and a lot of persons say, and this part is true, that boy, after you finish your college degree and so on, you sit down, job not really out there and so on. And that is 100% true. It's hard to find work, but it now puts it in your lap to say to you, all right, how can you use your other skills and facets and so on, or you can turn your hand make fashion.
And make
As
fashion.
me, I tell you, say if you sit down and just wait for a little college degree to work with you for you. Remember, say at 30 and 40 and 80 and 100 people graduate with you in a year class. When you're going up to graduation podium, say you go collect degree in your hand. Remember, say you and your friend them a march and I look up at work out here. So
You know,
you
I
have
a
to
jump,
know
but I
skills.
see I jump for every true because we just not asking the question, are college students able to earn and secure jobs? I say it. Then some of them
That
no.
is that is
Uh,
that is
you know,
that is stop.
interestingly,
Geraldo.
I've not had that experience of being out of a job per se because and this is not everybody will get that
Mm-hmm,
privilege, let me say, to say that as you leave, as you graduate with a degree in your hand, you get the specific job. Because when I left JTS, I went to call center for 3 months,
mm-hmm.
and I studied nothing relating to BPO
I
industry.
got never ask you, oh, you end up a call center and leave with degree in something
Yeah,
else.
Degree in
nothing,
theology.
Mm-mm.
nothing in the BPO
And
industry, and
then
me
a
end up in a
call
call
center.
center. And I was still applying to the Ministry of Education because I wanted to work in schools. And I
Mm-hmm,
got a temporary job to work for 8 months. I'm saying, why 8 months? Better me just do it and done. Do the
yeah,
8 months, and out of one job again. Guess what? Me gone back. Call
I
center.
think that.
One
Mm-hmm,
next 3 months in a one call center. And then two me get one call from a special education institution up in Papine.
mm-hmm.
The counselor is on leave and them want me to come and me go and me restructure the program and one bunch of things and feel comfortable and the tenure up.
But
And
you
guess
see
what me
what?
pa-
But you see, Eraldo, why you were able to function within the call center setting is your natural gift of speaking, being polite, and you look at customer service, and then that we're
Yes.
trying to
Yeah,
people know say when you collect the paper and your answer leave, you're not going to necessarily land in a seven figure paying kind of a job. Sometimes you have to drop and the other skills them and go
yeah,
here so till your number call.
yeah. Because I did all of that and end up in media
And
again.
I thought that he fitted me because when I went to Love FM, the first time I went to Love FM, and Errol interviewed me, right? And I thank God for him because I got many opportunities, and even after he has left, still many opportunities to be on Love FM, right? Then they call me a couple months now. No, if you tell them to call me Errol now, right? But I'm saying when I heard him, I said, "Wow!" I was super proud. I said, he fits it. And he did
Mm-hmm,
well at it. You understand?
mm-hmm.
And I said to him, don't give it up. But then seeing the on platform with me and also we are probably going to form our own I Love FM and work
Right?
media thing and all of that. We never know
That's
what can happen
right.
in the future, eh? But we just talk the thing true. But it's true. And then, he eventually got into the school system as a guidance counselor and stuff like that. But different things have to work for
After Bragg and
you.
Boss with, after Bragg and Boss got into the system as a senior guidance counselor. At my young age, I was the senior counselor. I was senior
Look
Yes.
at
staff.
that.
Me the shock when the EO tell me say, "Oh, by the way, you're a senior staff because you're the
Mm-hmm.
only counselor here." Me say,
Look at that.
"Gigi, you want me a
Yeah.
drive in a school like me a senior staff?"
Yeah, man, that is good.
But I would say this though. While I was listening, I would say people would say that they're not everybody's fit for college, and I agree that there are some
Mhm,
person that really and truly the university setting won't work for them. But that doesn't mean you should stop learning.
mhm.
I remember back in the day, when Garwood and I used to go to school, back in the day, the- you can't want to become no electrician and you can't go in at the vocational stuff. You have to either be doctor, lawyer,
Mechanic,
teacher. And let
makeup
me tell you
artist,
this now.
cosmo. Mm-mm.
Let me tell you this now. The barber them I make more money than me. The cosmetologist them I make more money. Right about now, me feel like me need to go and study how to do one of them something there
But
because
sorry, me can't do all
seriously,
the nail and makeup. You know, you see me, you
it's
know,
it,
what you
and
mean?
but it's a serious
Oh,
thing, and I'm
I
telling
knew a
people.
friend, a
Mhm.
theologian, big theologian man having big, big degree. And him heart did have one course how to fix fridge. And him said to me, say, Gigi, me apply. Me say, you really go? Him say, yes, him gonna learn to fix fridge because him call one fridge man to come look for him fridge in him yard.
mm-hmm.
And when him done, the man charge him $50,000 for fix him fridge. And him say, but it's a skill
I'm
where him
gonna
can
be
go
one
learn.
little, I bet you one little something the
For
man
free.
take off.
And the man go learn to fix the fridge and have him certificate. And when people read them call him from time to time and him have him big job at a lecture. In a lecture in a theology department in my head and one in a department and the man have him certification
Mm-hmm.
in how to fix fridge.
Yes.
Them days as I rather talk to people so look down for profession. He speak and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember a young lady I knew. She'd leave high school with five, no, sorry, six subjects, six CXCs, good grade. And when she told her parents that she wanted to go to, I think I did girls' town that offer the level one and level two,
Mm-hmm.
same nails course and the makeup and
Mm-hmm.
thing. Our father create our father create havoc. Hey, you can go high school and get so much subject. I want to come turn hairdresser. I have to do people nail. Hey, a bank work if you get. And I remember her mother had to call me to come and I had a talk with him. And now to the day, yeah, the way the young lady is shining and make money. The other day, him, the father, take sick and she fork out how much thousand and make him get proper health care and a bank work shadow. It's what I'm saying. So
Mm-hmm.
we, as I talk about jobs, I am agree with you, Sosheina, that a lot of people leave college, them can't get no work hard
Mm-hmm.
to get. But the next thing I always say to young people when them leave college, I say to them at JTs, go not do ya, go on a foreign, go somewhere, go other countries, go explore.
Broad
Go
your
somewhere
score.
broad your scope. Some are
Broad your
afraid.
score.
Me say,
Yeah.
look here, you're not married, you're not picnic husband,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody here. Take a plane, go on to China, go on the program, go teach English, go along to Japan, go somewhere, go do something, go to Colombia, go somewhere till something find you. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Go and explore. You are young. Don't just pin on yourself and sitting down waiting because I have known graduates who have graduated and sat down for 3 years, 4 years, and have not gotten a job, having
Mm-hmm.
studied for so many years. I mean, say this: if you want own something, if you want own somewhere, if you want to travel, you cannot just depend on your college education alone. So we're not batching college education because all of you go college. And me
Mm-hmm.
believe that if you can go college, you must because look here, knowledge is power. And I say that to people all the time, I like sometimes I listen to the people and hear them talk and them things say they may think say you don't understand what them I say. You ever have them moment they share them may think say that woman and me sit down and me laugh and say them may think say you don't know, but you know. But you know if you make
Yeah.
all the time so everybody knows say you know. You just go like you don't know, you just smile sometimes. You understand? So the college education is good, but what I want to say to everybody is get some higher education, get some certification in a something.
Yeah.
Even if you have an inbound skill, if you know how to run a course, just get certified in that. Because look here, your certification is important because it helps you. It helps to transport you to other areas. So Canada need people know a skill, but you can't just go the out of inbound skill. You have to show some paper. So
Yeah.
you understand what I mean? So you have to show, all right, them want some people over there to do makeup or nails or something or some little electrical thing. We can fork out as Jamaican term. People said, them Jamaican term, fork out me look a piece of paper from Heart Trust NTA or from NCT Vet. And we can say, yeah, man, me have level one, level two, and level three in electrical. And the people them say, yeah, come. Because
You
Canada
know,
open up them country, Canada open them country for to 2023, them a recruit your people can immigrate to Canada. Once you have skill, you're skill based, you can immigrate to Canada. Them open up them country, them need people there, and it's not difficult to get there, right? I mean, tell everybody so them to run out of Jamaica. Because when
Mm-hmm.
someone we need to there to build up a country, all
yeah.
I'm saying is that get the little bit of certification and the higher education arena. And I must college, I always say higher, and I must college but other institutions that offer skill-based learning, try get a little piece of paper.
I know I second that. That the skill based training is really, really, really important. And not many persons would have known that I studied culinary before I did my bachelor's degree. Um so at this time, so like I might not think myself as the greatest chef in the world, but believe me, I can critique your food very well. And another thing is, as it relates to certification, I did customer service certification through the Ministry of Education. When COVID came in play and we had to do online stuff, I ended up doing a certificate course in psychological first aid. I ended up doing a certificate course in teaching BPO. I ended up, and I ended up doing a certificate course in voice and speech and broadcasting. So if anybody asks me, "Well, so why you're not in a one school system?" I can work almost anywhere right about now. I can do consultation with almost anything. I'm up here in the US teaching people how to speak what I consider to be standard English because the pronunciation is atrocious.
Mhm.
And I'm there telling people about diphthongs, triphthongs, and monophthongs. And they might look at me and say, why we are talking about? But it is good, never settle. This is what
Mhm.
I always tell people. I use my best friend as an example. I told my best friend, and maybe I'm just a bit rough. I told him, I said, look here, see, if you're going to settle with CXC subject, you can't be my best friend for too long. Because it
Mhm.
don't make sense. Me a climb and you the one place. Because when we gonna have a dialogue, you won't be able to have that dialogue with me. And
Mhm.
right about now, and every day he can tell me, thank God for you, because right about now he has his associate degree in massage therapy and some other something, and he have his own massage spa place now. So Gigi, when time I ready, you just tell me. You give me a say, and
Yeah,
Sosheina.
man, yeah.
Is it? I said, and
Mhm.
my other friend of mine messaged me couple months ago and say, Geraldo, I start my masters finally. Come me tell him, Mr. Look here, you see the workless behavior where every minute them say start school and stop, me no up fit again. The next time I them say start school and stop, just know say yes say friendship end. Can you
Mhm.
workless? I'm not nobody come around me and say, boy, every day he might go school and all them not done school. And there he is because he's gotten comfortable in a job. And I want to tell people, don't get comfortable where you are. Build your knowledge because time we are in a society where bachelor's degree no mean nothing.
It's true. It is
It
Mhm.
coming
means
like a
nothing.
6C, so you have to
Believe me, it's
climb the
coming like
ladder.
CXC. Yeah,
Mhm.
you
So,
have to try and build yourself. If you want the 7 digit, whatever amount of digit behind zeros behind one hard number, you need to work for it.
For
And,
real.
don't make the government of Jamaica fool, you know. When they might hire people with 3 CXC subject when they're supposed to have master's degree. Cause that still hurt me out. Cause when me see well go on, me say I want to me go college. And
Mhm.
that's a next turn off as well, Gigi and Sosheina, that people are saying, but me I go college and people with no CXC or people with 3 CXC, I get big posts. Don't watch nepotism
and corruption.
So
and corruption. Don't watch it. Study. You will reach there. Study and trust God.
I want to make the point, you see. Um, it's a little bit intertwined in what you're saying, but a little bit off. Because I have to look at everything from a traditional standpoint.
Yes.
And if it is that you're a young person, you're watching this, I want you to understand it, right? Traditionally, the education system was created to keep us at a particular point, right? Um, that particular point is to create us as the labor force or the workforce for the society with which we exist, right? So persons of a particular class, you go school and the encouragement that you hear from your parents is, I want you to go to college because I want you to get a good education. I want when you don't get a good education, you can get a good work. We have to start to redefine what we consider education to be and how we want education to be for us. We don't want to just go to school, get some piece of paper, and then come out, come get a work. We want the education to create for us a particular network that we, as Erla was saying, when we have our friends around us, we're able to pull them because we have to elevate ourselves as a people, we have to elevate
Yeah.
ourselves as a class, we have to elevate ourselves as a nation, as a region, right? Because the world is already pitted against us where certain persons have certain kind of privilege, and you have to work, you can just go, you can get this and that and so on. But when you sit in a college institution, when you go there, make sure say you're not just go there for piece of paper. Remember me tell you, transforming lives, nurturing global citizens. Make sure say when you sit there on the first day, boy, you're not just there because at the next step in a life or boy, that's not just something what we can do or because it looks good. Right? There was a thing when we were in sixth farm, everybody did just want to be a sixth farmer because it looked good to walk around with a big chemistry book and the big physics book and your little tie
I
and you know,
tell
yeah, it's a little profile thing and you feel like the elite of the school because
Yeah.
you have your little prefect badge and you walk, you're not read when at the you're not time for that, you're not deal up in our education, but just the look, they say you have the book and so on. We want to reach the point now where we understand that if you have the privilege, and I've seen the government put out different opportunities to say, here, come. You have to use the right effort. Yes, when them say, here, come, go. But go with understanding that you are going to elevate yourself to a point where you understand how life works. We don't have internet, we don't have YouTube, people that make series and webinars and seminars. That's a part of the education too. You can't tell me say you want to study business and you go to school and the only time you open a textbook or you hear something about business is when you go to your class and you barely have pay attention. Understand that an opportunity at college life means an opportunity for you to step up and step out. Not just to
Yeah.
leave school to go get a work, but to open a business. You can't
Yes.
get a job for 9 to 5. That's how the honest to God truth. No matter how much college degree you have, you can't get rich off a 9 to 5. And people from the middle class and the lower middle class and the lower class have to understand that education, where education means to you and I, it don't mean so for the people them at the top of the social pyramid. And so when you get the opportunity, decide you have to go there, go milk it for what it's worth, but also be open to look left and right and see how life set up and how you are going to fit into life. So if you're gonna be a business student, open a business. You're gonna be a lawyer, think outside of leaving to work for somebody else. Do your best
Yes.
so that you can go open a practice. Anything at all. Whatever skills you have, capitalize on that and don't make nobody tell you say if you sit down for do a little certificate of art or you're on YouTube and try to learn certain things or whatever, you're idiot, what you do. You know, she said avenues now go open up to you. Sometimes I you have to kick down the door. Sometimes I you have to say to life, well, with my education, when me pay my money, I am going to kick down some doors and I'm going to make it up for me. This society is an herald that says this society, if you want big talk, you have to have big degree. Bachelor's degree now says nothing. Again, that is like a kid. You understand? So make sure say where you go for where you go for the best and don't be sidelined by, oh, no work, no out there. You waste the time to college and no. Look on the people who have doctorate. Enough of them. You cannot introduce them without them doctorate. Huh? If we go over and say, and we're now introducing Geraldine Garwood. Doctor Geraldine Gardwood. Yes, and all of them go up there and talk rubbish. Who she talking about? Dr. Geraldine Gardwood, because it gives you a platform to stand on. You get what I'm saying? So even if you're going to get the education, understand who you are and your purpose, and decide that you're now going to come out to nothing, decide that you're going to make the education transform your life and turn it into a global citizen.
Boy,
And
Mr.
just to
Sosheina, you
plug
just
this,
talked to me a while ago again, because I told them to sit down. Yeah, it's really been real on this program. I told them to sit down and say, look here, you give me too much God for me to sit down and take certain things from people in a workplace. You get what I mean?
You
And
know,
do, yeah, and my focus, they just launch out now with my brand, launch out, put more effort in what I'm doing. But just set up some things now and get myself and get the ball and rolling.
of
I'm
course.
ready to even roll further and higher and climb higher. When I sit down and take certain things from anybody in a work environment and sacrifice certain things. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes some things have to happen for you to come to a realization. Yeah, come there, but even though you do your thing, but sometimes some things have to happen. So, as we go into this, so what should life after college look like? You graduate from college now. What is life after college? What it
Mm-hmm.
should look like?
you know, boy, I had something in my head just now, and it's this is it. This is it. Another thing when Sashina said Dr. Geraldine Garrett, me can't wait to say it. Boy, hurry up, Gigi. But
Soon say,
the folks that are settling down and waiting for this is the people that in ministry now, and you feel like you need to do 7 years of ministry to get one honorary doctorate. Me not call it doctor. I made that clear because yeah, I've seen many people with honorary doctorate. Them have an honorary doctorate in divinity and something, and then they don't know theology. They don't know the Bible. Then do so couple years in ministry. Now I'm not going to say for the folks who've gotten the honorary doctorate to like and you don't deserve to be called X, Y, and Z. But I'm saying you've gotten this honorary doctorate. That doesn't mean, oh, because me not have one doctorate, me not have to go do no local study, no local no nothing. I was in a class last term. The class I was in, my professor just died last week,
Wow.
and in that class was somebody with a PhD doing auditing Masters of Theology course in Old Testament history and theology. And he has a PhD in electrical engineering. A whole different something, And somebody say, so why you do here? And him say, oh, I want to learn about the Bible and blah blah blah. And I'm like, that is something I like. I like people who study a lot. And Dr. Roper is an example I will
Yeah.
always pull on,
Yeah.
because you need knowledge is key.
Hmm. I
Don't
agree.
settle. Build. Believe me, there are things that you're not going to know, and there are things that will develop, especially in psychology. I know for a fact that we have the basis of all the psychologists in the past. But if Gigi and Sosheina, you guys are the psychologists, but you will know that certain things develop.
Of course, we are now at the DSM-5 TR, the DSM, Sosheina, it's the DSM
Yeah, the DSM
revised.
five is the
And
PR.
the
But we,
DSM revised because of COVID-19. And now we
oh,
used to have in the DSM bereavement disorder, but now we have one disorder called prolonged grief
give
disorder.
it that.
Because as a result of the pandemic, a number of persons are suffering from
Mm-hmm.
prolonged grief. And so that
Yep.
is a disorder that we now have to go treat out there. So
Mm-hmm.
Sashina, look here. Me and you, I forgot put her one conference, miss. I going to
Yes,
talk about
man.
it. We have to put
Yeah,
on a
man.
conference where we're
Mm-hmm.
going to charge the people them and make sure that them come and learn and learn something, yeah.
Of
You
course.
Tell
understand?
me, I will host it. I'll save my plane ticket and come
Of
and host
course.
it.
It's true. It's true. We
Because
put on a
here's the thing,
conference.
you study,
So
you have to
things
learning and
changing. So now
education is
we know the
continuous.
DSM-5, the
Yeah.
DSM-5 TR now. So you know where I
Mm-hmm.
come from? We come from DSM-3, we come from DSM-4, we come from DSM-5.
Four
Now we are
PR, DSM
DSM-5
five.
TR. It's the same thing with the ABA, the Applied Behavior Analysis. We come from the third edition, the fourth edition, the fifth edition, and now me get one news and use it, and they say by 2020, 2022, some things change, and we're going to change again 2023, and we're going to change in 2026. It's an
Mm-hmm.
evolving process.
Of
So look
course.
Yeah.
here, learning is not static.
It's
Some
not
people, and
static.
this is why we wrestle and battle with people sometimes, because them stuck in a one place. And when you tell them, say, this can't work, I same thing for church. This a can't fit, this a context, no, this a gone, that a fit, 2010. Now we get
Mm-hmm.
2022. What you do, you say you can't do here now. They're not getting it because, okay, they are not learned. Time to
No,
Yeah.
put
no.
Jamaican. And when you start to them just come off like them just the dark mentality. Make you Jamaican term. You know, them not fully, we don't know, them brain, them
Mm-hmm.
critical thinking skills,
Mm-hmm.
them analytical skills, not developed because them just stop at
Yeah.
one place, them they
Yep.
stuck at one all them life. So the
Mm-hmm.
reasoning of reason them is going to be difficult and you have to battle with them. So something you have to just go around them with people, they just overstep them and do what you
That's
have to
right.
do so that people can benefit. So Sashina, before we wrap up, tell her what life is like after college, because most people want to know life after college. What life after offer you after college? Some of them will touch on, but what is life after college? You go to college, pay your money, get a degree, work out to the social work degree,
Mm-hmm.
theology degree, guidance counseling, apply behavior
Mm-hmm.
analysis, what we call it, all the different one, them associate, one, them everything. What psychology, business management, business administration, tourism, everything. What is
Mm-hmm.
life now after college? You're done, you graduate, you walk up there, everybody come take picture, you know, have graduation dinner. What is life now? Welcome to the real world. What is life after college?
Life after college is leaving college with a sense of transformation in your attitude as well as in your thinking. Leaving college is supposed to put you at a place where you understand that learning is educational. It's continuous. So when you leave college with a paper in your hand, it's just the beginning of where it is that you want to go. Enough of the times the mistake what we make is that yo, I have the paper in my hand now, and now I'm supposed to start to make some fully for money. I now go back to school, I not want to learn anything more because I'm well learned, I'm spend my only for money and this and that. Life after college means that you are living with a network of individuals who you spent the last 2 or 4 years studying with because you're ready to go out here to conquer the world. Life after college means that when you leave with that paper in your hand, you understand that you know have to work that paper, make that paper work for you. You work for the paper, now is the time to make sure say you put the paper in a position to work for you. Everybody leave with a college degree to say it's already 100 that you are graduate, yes, or say your faculty and so on. The job market is limited. You have to now sit down within yourself and say, all right, when is going to do? How am I going to proceed? Am I going to do a little work like what Errol said, bust up a little call center thing, give up some money, chuck up a master's? Am I going to now turn this into a business venture? Am I going to now pair up with other people? Am I going to go to foreign? You have to look for opportunities. No, because you have a college degree in your lap, means that a job I go drop down and say, oh, here she comes, roll out the red carpet. No, not for we. I sat down. I spent after master's education, must be 5 years before me get a proper work which can help me pay back to the money when we use to send me to do college education. There was
Wow.
a time when I was um jobless. I used to go up on my veranda and sit up with a big master. I used to go up on a veranda and sit down and watch the people them in them little clothes going to work and feel really bad. And me I say, oh God, me can't get a work for me two little friends and say, me I go to work and I'm coming in from work and it really take a toll on you. So you have to take the thing out of your mind. That's how we feel like that get the degree tomorrow and you're going to get the job. Get the degree today, you'll get the job tomorrow. And that's it. So you have to decide how you're going to make it work for you.
Yeah.
And that is why you can't think one way. What is your focus? What is your broad focus? What can you do? What are you passionate about? Pick up everything and decide within yourself that, all right, I'm going to take it from the angle, I'm going to take it from the root. So don't wait for a college degree to come and then when it finally come, you think people are going to your job and your sometimes you have to pay your dues and I often tell college students there is something that is called pay your dues. You have to do free work before you can start to
True.
make some money
True.
That
and
is true.
be successful
Volunteer
and your
work, yeah.
dream get out there. You have to prepare to do something. Now I have my degree. I mean, oh, man, I work for that. Sometimes you have to work for that. If I tell you how much money I did, I work with a master's degree before I reached from the price. You understand? So
True your talk,
college
my girl.
students have to understand so yo, you have to put yourself in some position, you have to do some other things, you have to volunteer yourself, but you have the mission in mind. Are you gonna do a master's? Are you gonna open a business? Are you gonna network? Are you going to allow this to work? Because some of the time you don't have to do doctorate, you know. Some of the time a bachelor's is good enough for your purpose, sometimes a
Yeah.
True.
master's good enough for your purpose. Sometimes you don't have to necessarily depend the same part because I can have a master's in a this, but then I decide to me go do a teaching diploma or I decide to me go do a skill something in a this and whatever, and then you will see how everything comes together. But the point is that life after college is not a better road because your job not all there at work. See, you, I don't know if you remember one time.
Thank you for
I
telling them for
rang
me
you
now.
know, we could have rang it up, but maybe me I spread false news. But I think there was a time one industry, I remember if I'm nursing or teaching, like the government did a say, them a turn out, the college a turn out too many graduates.
Teachers.
A teacher that them a say, you turn out too many graduates, and you can't manage, we don't have no job and something.
Yeah.
You understand? No job to
Teachers.
put on there with your name on it. And let me tell you this, if you so happen to get shortlisted for your job with your college degree, remember say 4 and 5 and 6 other people shortlisted too, they are going to, in order to beat you, they might compete with you, you know. You have to remember say when you're there at college too, you have to involve of yourself in a little thing. Now for the time we go to college, let me backtrack a little. Now for the time we go to college and we just down in the book, we're in a academic, we're not do nothing else. When you decide to put that on your job, HR not looking on that alone, they might look at where you did involved in where you're part of the debating club, where you are a
Yeah.
leader of peers and whatever, because that show yourself you can maintain a particular average and you can involve yourself and you're thinking about not just yourself, but how you can contribute back to society. And that is a big plus for your resume. Again, college life is not just about academics. You're going there to build network and to build yourself to be the best you. So
And
when
be
you
very
start
involved. Get
come
involved,
and
as you
get
say.
involved and make an impact locally or internationally. Remember, me tell you, nurturing global citizens. You're supposed to can go anywhere and function, but it's not going to drop in your lap. Life after college may very well be depressing for a period of time, but you have to decide in your mindset you're going to work the college degree
Yeah.
and make the college degree work for you. You understand? Whenever you're landing a one little job, it not pay you no much. Gratitude of your little self, gather up your little experience, package it, do all of them little things there and step forth into it because there are many who gone before you who had to do all of those things. You understand? So
Yeah.
when you're doing about a quarrel, not about a hype, mom is the word and quick is the action, intentional, deliberate, you do what you have to do so that you can pretty much so that you can pretty much set up yourself so when a year time to receive, you receive well. You get what I'm saying? Life after college is not
Yeah.
about a role. Sometimes you have to start at the bottom of the scale and work your way up. Life after college don't mean that you're going to sit and just rest assured and say, yeah, I eat that me done. All we eat have us done college and we have to do little perfect tickets in other things
Tell
because
them, no man.
our
Tell
so
them.
competent. I'm a psychologist and we have to go past seminar, pan top of seminar, pan top of seminar every year because we need for real license because information has changed. You understand? So life after college as a professional means that you have to engage. You are already
Mm-hmm.
activated in learning and you are now going to be engaged in continuous learning because you have to stay a step ahead of the game and you have to make sure that you are the best in whatever it is that you are doing. Life after college is not a better road, but life after college is something that you can do, something that is great for you, and something that allows you to network with other people. When you're done college, make sure say you're out there mix and mingle. Make sure say
Yeah.
you're out there and forge the path for yourself. Now be selfish with a little degree. Think of other people and beg people. Introduce me to so and so along your path. Who is that? Hi, sir. Be polite. Who are you? Link up people on Instagram. Follow
And tell
people
yourself
follow
too.
you. And tell yourself, say, yeah, man, you're in at the college league, the college graduate league now. And in order to go forward, you have to become open. So the little but I don't want to talk to them. And who is that? Can work if you are going to be successful after college. Aye, aye,
I,
aye.
yeah. Yeah. Wait, Mr. My friend, they give a mouthful. Me proud of you. So till life of a college at 2 years. And the same thing me never tell them. I tell it. Me never tell them no more. More gonna be add say you have to sell yourself too. And because to them, the woman, me just see one of my past student again. Big up yourself, Russian Phillips. In the same miss, give me all of your contacts. I send out there. The young man does say, send me all of your contact, your number, your website, your consulting site address, everything. Me just sell it. Me just feel it because and tell if you send it, come give me, I send it out to some people. I say you have to sell yourself, you have to get
Yeah.
to know people. Because look here, me just see something this evening and me make a comment on Facebook where people life after college, so people come college, me won't come on college because me don't know to buy house care. That's it you can't buy because me just see a while ago so the Prime Minister say I'm gonna review housing trust law where three family can make up together and buy one house. And me I said that gonna be debt. That at
Right.
two hundred dead out of the tree. And one lady will comment and say, and everybody family live bad. Me say the Bible say every man for leave an inheritance to them children. So if me and you are Herald, brother and sister now, and the three we take for we look at housing just money and buy one 3 bedroom house. Me live in a one room, you in a one a Herald. Then me go have two pick the Herald, get three and you get three. Right? Plus we significant other. If we not married, we man and we woman. Then now how we gonna manage the 3 bedroom house when everybody want to kill off their money. And so the thing set. You have to can earn. So everybody own them own.
Yeah.
Everybody to own them own. You understand? So when me see that they sitting there on the the media a while ago. Me say them a people a think, but them not think because a more family killing you want to happen in this a country. People kill one. You go say 3 people now from one family can make up and buy a house. Let me tell you something. Life after college, when Sosheina giving me not gonna repeat what she said. Me I tell you say, you not gonna get a shock. Many of you leaving countries and work, they're gonna make a world of money. The money not what they phone make. That's why I'm telling you already. I tell some of my students, go on to Japan on the exchange program, go on to China, go on to Colombia, move on from there. China have Bolipa Masters program, Japan free. Move on from there. Go somewhere. Are you young and green? Go somewhere till you end up at Canada. Are you end up somewhere where you can build
Yeah.
yourself. But you can't sickle. You can't sickle right now when you leave college. You spend up too much money. Look at what happened to our students in Ukraine. It is sad. It is a sad thing that our students have to go so far to go study a medical degree. Because in our own country, medical degree there in our own country than other foreign country. And at $28 million for study medicine in Jamaica. Eh? All right, me no couldn't do medicine in Sosheina because I can't even find 5 cents of the 28 million. Eh? But I am saying to us, we have to be real, boy, this topic was really interesting. Sosheina, as always, you give it, you explore it, you give them the real thing. You understand the real thing, Harold, I'm glad you could come on, man. It's when yesterday somebody was asking, I think it's one of my siblings was asking, what happened to you? And I tell them, say, boy, you have to go and dig the door a little bit. We're there behind the scenes. And we will continue as we continue Saturday night discussions. People who don't need to subscribe to the channel, who don't need to share the videos, I don't need to like the videos. You must build way up, man. You know,
Yeah.
watch build way up. We could make some money to build way up, man. So subscribe, like, and share the videos, and we're coming with more things. And as we said, we're doing different seasons. So this is season 2 of our Friday night discussion. We add it on Saturday night. And maybe next time we come with another night again. Because if we juggle this thing is our flexibility. And then probably one other time when we see open TV, because we're going to go live in studio. Because we're free.
Now go in tonight.
Don't
Sosheina,
Look
thank you
here.
very much. Get
Yes.
closing remarks, Geraldo.
Wait, before
Huh?
Errol again close the remarks, I have nothing more to say. But like I'm a nice, clean lecturer from Excelsior Community College, I want to say to anybody out there that if it is that you are looking to start your college education, you can apply to Excelsior Community College, transforming lives, nurturing global citizens. We meet you where you are and we take you where you want to be.
Yes, so she
So
come
it don't
between
matter where you
Geraldo.
have, come and
Mega
have a
charge her because of
conversation.
advertisement that.
Yeah, but
Look, no advertisement. We
big
never
up,
advertisement. You
never
see?
big up the school, right? We take any program. Anyway,
Big up.
one CXC, two CXC, no matter, come and talk to us. We meet you where you are and take you where you want to be, all right? And my principal will be very proud. Big up Mr. Fillmore, my cow.
Big up. Big up. Big up
I don't have
Excelsior.
anything more to say.
Big up Excelsior. Oh, big up.
I, seriously, of course.
We have to big up the school of choice in Jamaica Theological Seminary, the school of choice, masters, bachelors, and
True. We're graduates.
come.
So, all right.
We are all beneficiaries
Graduate.
of that school, all graduates. So come, man. So we are here. The colleges are here, Excelsior Community College, Jamaica Theological Seminary, and all the other institutions. We are here. Come, apply, sit with us. We'll help you work through what you want to work through, go through program, guys, will help you as you go along the journey if you desire a college education, right? And for those who desire skill-based education, again, Excelsior Community College is there. We have the Heart Trust NTA, we have NCT Vet, get some paper in your hand, get something.
Yeah.
Get something. You see, me tell people well then you can have the inbounds here, but the paper is important. The paper is what take your places. So when you look on and you say Canada wants some skilled worker now, or Australia wants some skilled worker, or this country wants some skilled worker, you can go in and you draft. You have to see me paper here. See it here. are ready, you can go. You know, it was a good discussion. I enjoyed it,
It was.
and Errol will bow first, because in the day this long time. Thank you again, our viewers, listeners. Remember to subscribe, like, share the video, as we look at life. Next week we'll come back, life after college. We'll come back to you with another interesting topic as we continue for the season of our Friday night discussion. Thank you again, Sashina.
Thank you, Sosheina. Thank you, Gigi. Take care, everyone.